Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona
Sir, please unmute your mic. Hello, sir. Please unmute your mic.
Very happy to have all of you with us today. We'll wait as more friends are joining us. to begin our official program in a minute or so. So we have something that we're going to be talking about today on initiating something on the second ray today. I'll talk to you more about it in a minute or so. So it's 6:30 here in Washington, D.C. area. It's 4 p.m. in Delhi. So, and with Jay is even earlier than that, an hour earlier than, I think, hour or two earlier even, I think it's 4:30 or a.m. in the morning. So thank you, Jay. On behalf of our team, I welcome all of you who have joined us. See, Vibha, Nikhale ji, Richard Murphy, JP Saab, Jasjeet ji, Anita ji, Pradeep ji, Pooja ji, Dr. Ranjit ji, Sukhvinder ji, welcome. And let's begin with our work. I have quite a few things I want to share with you today on the second race. We're going to be starting today in a minute with a very systematically. I think when I say systematically, I actually mean that from the source of our understanding of the rays, what the rays are, what is where they do come from, and how do they manifest in our chakras and the color of the chakras. That I think there's some different of opinion about chakra colors and all the things. So I will try today to approach it from the as I understand from the master's teaching. So let's have that first thing. First, we always have an invocation, and invite the masters and cosmic beings and all the great ones to join us. Why do we do that? You might be thinking that, normally we think that God is omnipresent, is omniscient, is everywhere. So why? Because the science of the spoken word is this. What the Ascended Masters have taught us is that unless until we invite the angels, the master, the guard, the Ascended Masters, whatever name is Devi Devta, they are not, they're forbidden. We can say that they are not allowed to enter the atmosphere of Earth physically where we are, because this is a they have a they we can approach them in heavenward, but when we invite them from heavenward to enter into the physical Earth, the realm, they need permission from us, and that is something that's maybe something new for you. So that's why we have invocation. We invite them, and once we invite them, they must come. That's the other side of it. So that's why we have the science of the spoken word. We invite them, then we have a calls. We call them decrees. We have a calls. We have praise. We can command them in the name of the I am that I am, not just like arbitrarily commanding God in the name of I am that I am. What is I am? Name of I am that I am is who we really are as a sons and daughters of God. I am that I am. Om Tat Sat Om Ya. So in Hindi we can say, in Punjabi we can say, रब दे उस रब दे नाम दे उत्ते उस नाम उस भगवान के नाम के बेस के ऊपर मेरी अथॉरिटी है, मेरे पास एक कमांड है, क्योंकि मैं भगवान का पुत्र हूँ, पुत्री हूँ. So that is the reason why we can command in the name I am that I am, and then we can say that according to the will of God, जो भी मैं command कर रहा हूँ, it should be done. This is the other part of it. Otherwise, it becomes a command. Sometimes does not happen. So why did not happen? I commanded it, because the God's will is always there, that supersedes everything else. So having said that, let's have invocation. You may want to close your eyes, or you may want to, however you want to meditate on these words. At the end, when I say that, you can say that Om or Amen. Why we say that Om, Amen mean that you agree with every word that I have said. And that is another way we put our science of the spoken word into play. That whatever we are saying as a group, as a mandala, as a community, is also we're part of that oneness of God. In the name of the I am that I am, We approach the throne of Almighty God in our heart, the threefold flame, where the light of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva burns, the flame of love, wisdom, and power is blazing, and the Divine Mother. We ask you, beloved hosts of light, beloved ascended masters, beloved angels, beloved elementals, being aware, fire, water, and earth, come now and sup with us, discourse with us in this teaching of the Sunday Master that we are going to be starting on the second ray of the illumination. Give us that wisdom, that illumination, beloved hosts of light. We invite you, all of you, particularly this seven Chohans, the seven archangels, the seven Elohim, and also the master of the five sacred rays. Come now, but particularly beloved, the Chohan and the angels and of the Elohim of the second ray of illumination and wisdom to be with us, to envelop each and every one of us in your mighty presence, physical presence, emotional presence, spiritual presence that we have never felt before. So we may feel that and we may understand the teaching that you want to impart to us as a shining light blazing in our hearts. Beloved Archangel Michael and seven Archangel, draw a triple ring pass not around this force field, so that nothing of the human or darkness may anyway penetrate this force field. And that light that you are giving to us, that you will give to us, is maybe protected, expanded, and and shared by all people in our circle, in our family, in our friends, in our city, in our place, in our planet, in our everywhere cosmos. According to holy will of God, we thank you for hearing and answering our prayer. Om. Amen. So one good news is that we are also recording our meeting this day forward on YouTube, also in addition to the Facebook Live. So I think this is going to be another way to expand our outreach to all those friends, all those seekers of truth who may not, we may not know that, but they may be looking at, or maybe later on or now, they may be finding this Sunday message teaching. One word that comes to me, my mind today, and I want to share that. What is that one word that is I want to share with you? Is the when I joined this organization, Summit Lighthouse, way back in 1977, when I joined it, there was something was Ascended Masters have actually empowered Guru Ma, Elizabeth K. Prophet, we call her the messenger, to go all over the country in the United States, but all over the world also. She went to different countries all over the world. And the message was share the word of coming revolution in higher consciousness. Coming revolution in higher consciousness. So that is the word that came to my mind today. It is the revolution. You can call it coming, or it has come already. Revolution in our higher consciousness. So a lot of things that you will be hearing, that you have heard about, you may not heard it before. There may be new things because they're coming from the Sunday Master realm, So they are, so tier by tier as we move forward, we are moving forward for the last few years, sharing the Sunday Master teaching. You will be hearing those words, and you will be, I'm sure you will have some questions. We can have you also. It's good to have questions so we can get the answer. But I think a lot of the questions that you will have, you can get the answer from within also, from your higher self, And that is the whole idea, the communing with our higher self. But in the meantime, we are here together to whatever I know, I'll be happy to share with you what the answer that I know of. So before I go further, I think some more friends have joined us. I'd like to welcome you. Uh, say Pooja Toleji, welcome. Parvinder ji, welcome. Elizabeth ji, welcome. Um, Tara ji, welcome. Very nice of you from England to have us with us. Satija ji, welcome. Pooja ji, welcome. Rita Lamba ji, welcome. And Shabya ji, welcome. See if I have Carol ji, welcome. Say Anita ji, welcome. So I believe I have on my screen. I this these are the friends that I see right now. So we'll continue our work today. So this is the today is the day. Today is the day we will be beginning. Last week we started first ray. First ray, the will of God. There are 7 rays. I'll be sharing with you more information about where these 7 rays come from and where what is the meaning of each ray. As I think some of you will be hearing this for the first time. Some of them have heard it before. But it's always good to hear these things because they don't from my own experience, I know I did not learn everything at one sitting. I had to hear something from many things, many times, And as I was in the path, and I'm learning. I'm just like you. So many things that we continue to learn and grow. So what we will do is today, Jake, can we have my friend that uh, I think there's a document called the Masters of the Second Ray. I want to just give you brief overview of today and tomorrow. Actually, I want to focus more on it tomorrow because tomorrow we'll be talking about the masters who who are who are the proponents or sponsors or of those days as the Shohans and also as the archangels and also as the Elohim. But today I just want to touch base. Today we want to focus upon the rays, but I just want to introduce to you the name of those masters that in the document that Jay will be putting on. It's called the Masters of the Second Ray. It's a word document. You might be seeing on the if you don't see that on today's, it might be on Sunday's folder. Jay. I think I put it. I changed it when I was putting it my schedule. So I give you a minute or two. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is a part. Thank you. So we'll be talking about the masters in particular about who they are tomorrow. But here are the item A, ray focus. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So the Chohan, there are 7 Chohans, by the way. There are 7 Chohan. Chohan is a word for the leader, for the group leader. You can say that Chauhans are the one who are the closest to us, people on the earth, from the all these Chauhans, and angels or archangels, and also the Elohim. These are the three beings. Elohim are the farthest one. They are the most farthest one in terms of the hierarchy, so to speak. And then the closest one are the Chohans. And then angels are the communicators between, from the realms of the heaven to the realms of the earth. As angels are the angles of God consciousness. The word angel came from the angle of God consciousness. Angles mean perspective. Different rays have different angles of perspective of God's consciousness. So we are talking about the Chohan. Is a chakra, is a crown chakra where the light is anchored. It's yellow color. Lord Lanto is the master. Please remember this. We will. Is, Lord Lanto is a master of the Chohan of this ray. We'll talking about him a little bit more. Archangel Jophiel and Christine are the angels of the second ray, and Elohim, Apollo, and Lumina the Elohim. Apollo is a male, Lumina is a female. Jophiel, Archangel Jophiel is a male. Christine is a female. So remember, every ascended master, every archangel has a male and female. Lord Lanto is a male. We do not know about his twin flame female. We believe his lot of these you know the twin flames of the Chohans. They are not, the names are not known to us, and we have been told that some of them have not even ascended yet. So that's why the names are not known. So ascended, they are not ascended means yet they are still on the earth, like us human beings, and they're working on their karma to make their ascension in this life. So these are the things. Uh, Before we go further, I think Jay, we want to start singing a song. I think it's a song number to Lord Lanto. I think we want to, why we sing a song to Lord Lanto, because we always want to pay our adoration, our love, our homage to masters, to devotion. And this is beautiful song to Lord Lanto. Lord Lanto, as I said, is the closest to us as a Chohan. I want to talk to you about him a little bit more. So Jay, while we are singing this song, you may want to go to that Sundays folder and maybe you can get that document out. It's called Masters of the Second Ray. I can introduce Lord Lanto a little bit more from that document. So yeah, let's sing this song to beloved Lord Lanto. Now, song number 213A is in our song books. Whenever you are ready, my friend. It's a beautiful song, beautiful music. It's a Chinese instruments. The music playing with that. The words are also taken from a dictation that was given by one of the masters.
Great light of ancient China, word of wisdom, Zhou dynasty, descend now, beloved Lanto, in the presence of the great Tai Chi, beloved Lanto, our love to Lanto. O splendid star of God, Lord of the second ray. O splendid star, O star of God, descend to us, we pray. O star of light, our soul's delight, we call to you today. O mission of the secret love star, golden flame illumination, descend now, O Chinese green fire, abundant life precipitation, beloved Lanto, our love to Lanto, O splendid star of God, Lord of the second ray. O splendid star, O star of God, descend to us, we pray. O star of light, our soul's delight, we call to you today.
There are words in this song like Shambhala and some other words. I'm going to explain the meaning of that. Jay, please, can we have that document from the Sunday folder about the master of the second ray, so I can share with you some of these words that we are singing in this. We have sung in this song. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Um, I think it's good to know about these masters. Particularly, I'm talking about the Chauhans and angels and archangels and Elohim as we begin our journey on each ray. So I will be doing that every Saturday, a glimpse of the masters, person who they are, and so we can really identify with them because a lot of these names you will be hearing on Saturday, and also I'll be repeating some of these things tomorrow about his masters. This particular information, so we get to know them personally. That is very, very important because they are our these Chauhans and particularly they are very closest to the earth because they have ascended from the planet earth, like us. They have made mistakes, they are in embodiment, they had a karma, they had balanced their karma, they had it. So some of the things that ascended these Chauhans have done in their life, we can learn from it, and they want to help us. They want to assist us to overcome our daily struggles also. And that's what we need, someone to hold our hand, and they are very physical. And that is the point I want to share with you. Sometime they are not a bubble of light or something, or in the look at the air and say, "Oh, I don't see anyone." He said, "No, nobody's there. It's not there." It's really as we build upon our consciousness, our purify our chakras. That's why we are doing the second raise. We're doing that decrease today, and then we'll be starting that. So I want to do very quickly because I want to spend just a little bit time today. Our more time is towards on the secondary decrease. So I just want to give you just a glimpse of this. Is a Chauhan, master of the second ray document, ray of illumination. The second ray is a ray of illumination. It's a golden color. So Lord Lanto is a Chauhan of the second ray. You can see his picture there. He was the, I think I just want to read just from the here and there. The second paragraph, having studied, so you can, second paragraph, having studied under Lord Himalaya and gained his mastery in the retreat of the Blue Lotus. So Lord Himalaya, को Himalaya पर्वत बोलते हैं हम लोग, there's a Sunday master, there's a Manu, we call him a Sunday master, but he's a Manu. उनकी जो बेटी है उसका नाम है पार्वती, is married to Lord Shiva. So so these are some other things that I think I want to share with you, that we know Lord Himalaya, we know Parvati, we know Shiva. So he studied in the retreat of Lord Himalaya, who's a great Manu, Manu, Manu बोलते हैं उनको. So he has the continue on his second line. Lord Lanto elected to use the yellow plume to enfold the hearts of all mankind. The yellow plume is a wisdom, and I think थोड़ा सा ऊपर करोगे जय. I think I want to move on to embodiment very quickly. He came with Sanat Kumara, 144,000 of came from to Shambhala. I think you heard the word Shambhala in a minute ago in the song. Shambhala is the place where right now uh, there's a Gobi desert. There used to be Gobi Sea at that time. Gobi, Gobi, Gobi Desert, Gobi Sea right now. And Shambhala is where the 144,000 came. There's a retreat in Shambhala. Gautama Buddha and other pioneer came, and then the remaining 144,000 came at that time. So he was one of them who was part of 144,000 like us. Many of us came also in a group of 144,000. That's why we have the memory, vague memory, awakening memory. That's why we are gathered to work with this master. The master knows us. They remember us. We have forgotten, all the details of who we were. But so we came with Sanat Kumar a long, long time ago. That's a different story for another time. So he, थोड़ा सा और ऊपर, I will talk about that tomorrow. He has also embodiment in Atlantis and Lemuria, and is a ruler of China. His mission today, this is the one I want to focus today. I think this is the part that is a retreat concerns us more today than before. He serves as the Chauhan of the second ray of wisdom, and illumination at the Royal Teton Retreat in Wyoming, USA. So the masters have retreats there in the etheric plane, in the ether octave, in the heaven world we can call that Swarglok bolte hain. So he's a retreat, he's Royal Teton, the retreat in Wyoming in the mountains. We'll be we'll be seeing that tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll play dictation from him, Lord, part of dictation from Lord Lanto. Tomorrow we will also have two YouTube clips about about Lord Lanto. About one is 6 minutes long, other is 9 minutes long. About his history, some of the embodiments that listed here. So the second paragraph, throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, Lanto has stood faithfully behind the efforts of Saint Germain to liberate mankind through his release of ascended master teaching on the I am presence and the violet fire. So this is why this is where we are connected with him, with the Saint Germain, with Lord Lanto and all your Sunday Master to liberate the mankind, to liberate ourselves first of all from the uh, negativity, using the Sunday Master teaching, particularly about the violet fire. Third paragraph. The Sunday Master Lanto conducts classes at the Royal Teton Retreat, the initial retreat of the Gate of Brotherhood, to which the Neophyte may Neophyte, Neophyte, Neoph,
Neophyte.
Neophyte. How you pronounce that, Jay?
Neophyte.
Neophyte, thank you. The neophyte may ask to be taken. Here we learn the fundamentals of the path of initiation. So this is very, very important. Path of initiation is really the word that we are being given light by. That when we pass those, they are tests and they are initiation. Tests are like everyday, initiation like examination, every semester or every year that we are given. When we pass them, we move on to the next grade. So we get more light. Because the dispensation of the opening of the seven retreats of the seven Chauhans, many tens of thousands of souls are receiving training at inner levels to accelerate their consciousness for the new age. So this, having said that, as I said before, we'll talk more about Lord Lanto tomorrow. At length, because tomorrow's focus is going to be on the ascended master. So a little bit about Archangel Jophiel and RKI Christine. थोड़ा सा ऊपर करना. I just want to touch base, Jay, uh, about Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel and Christine are the archangels and RKI of the second ray of wisdom and illumination. So we are making our friendship with three levels of masters, three levels of, I said three levels of consciousness of master. One is Chohans, one is angels, archangels, and one is the Elohim. So all three of them are are connected, interconnected in like a pyramid formation. You can say that in our life, in our chakras, and they are part of our being. We are part of them. We are all one. Actually, I can see, with this angels and masters. So just today, I'm just giving you an appetite or touching about that who they really are. Archangel, again, I'm going to read that. Jophiel and Christine are the archangel and archai. Archai is the word for the female counterpart of the archangel, of the second ray of wisdom and illumination. Please mark the word wisdom. Wisdom means God wisdom. Illumination means prakash. Ignorance is the curse. Ignorance is the darkness. Ignorance is where we think that eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we shall die. That is ignorance. There is a higher purpose, and that comes from illumination, prakash, light. Is that comes to our crown chakra. These twin flames are amplify the Christ consciousness with the angel. Christ consciousness is the word Christ means light, light in our Atma, oneness with God. As Prakash becomes, we call the higher consciousness, we call Christ consciousness. With the angels, elementals, elementals are another level of being. We talk about them in the next round. Geoffrey and Christine serve with the word teacher, Jesus, and Kutumi to illumine mankind understanding of cosmic law. The name Jophiel means beauty of God. Each name has a meaning. Your name has a meaning. Each archangel name has a meaning. The archive has a meaning. Your name embodies your light. Your name signifies who you really are. Your name was given by God Almighty. So your name has a definitely meaning behind it. So anyway, uh, the retreat of Jobs and Christine is in the etheric realm over the plains of central China, south of Great Wall near Lanzhou. From the yellow flame of illumination focus here since the first golden age have come not only the yellow race and the yellow river, but also the wisdom of Confucius, Lao Tzu, and the civilization of ancient China. So uh, let's have the next one, Jay, very quickly. The Elohim. So Elohim, Apollo, and Lumina. This is another. This name maybe if you remember that long time ago, America sent a space to a rocket or something. They were testing that Apollo was the name of that rocket that was sent to moon. I think was the name of Apollo. So Apollo, if you look on the TSL encyclopedia, Apollo is the name of Greek god. Apollo. So you can have some pictures of that also. Lumina is his twin flame. Apollo and Lumina. So I'm just giving you this name, sharing these names just to as an introduction. So we are, as we go to the second day, we need to know these three tiers. That's the word I was looking for. Three tiers of consciousness. You know, Apollo and Lumina are guardians of consciousness of light of the I am that I am in all mankind and cosmic level. They are the Elohim of the second ray and thereby assist those who desire to know God through the mind of the Son, S-O-N, Son Maluk, the second person of the Trinity, also known as Vishnu or Krishna consciousness. For the Elohim of the second ray, all is, quote, the instantaneous precipitation of the mind of God. What is the meaning of that? Instantaneous precipitation of mind of God. That is what we are learning about from the seven rays, mastery of the seven rays. What we say, what we think, what we feel can be instantly precipitated in our physical being. And that's what we are seeing that, good or bad. But now we are going to be minimizing, not precipitating bad things, but we are only precipitating the good things as Elohim do. So that's all, Jay. I think I want to move on to the theme of our subject today. So let's go back to the same slide that you were showing before, Jay. The first one, which has the our matrix today on the second ray. This matrix was sent to all of you. Um, I think Poonam has posted that. Yeah, this is the one. And some of you have started also doing degrees. I'm very happy to hear that. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you who have been successfully and gratefully from my heart have completed the first raise, and degrees, for the 1 week. It's a weekly course, as we said, weekly workshop, you can say that. Uh, and some of you have, started but not completed. So let's try this time onwards to complete every ray 7 days a week, because this each day has a engram of light, has a increment of light that will be given to us from our causal body, from our higher self, as we move on. So this is why I think you will feel the difference of as you move on, you will receive that light. So this is the Apollo and Lumina. We talked about color of the ray: yellow chakra, crown chakra, Chohan, Lord Lanto, Archangel Jophiel and Christine, Elohim, Apollo and Lumina. Divine qualities to manifest are illumination, wisdom, divine reason, understanding. I will talk about that in a minute as we go on to the document. And resourcefulness and negative qualities that we want to get rid of. We all have negative qualities. Each ray, each ray is meant to, remove from us the perversions or negative qualities. In this case, is pride, which is a, you know, human ego, vanity, human reason, narrow-mindedness, lethargy, etc., etc. I will talk more about it in a minute. But first of all, let's go to the source. First things first. So that's what as I was saying, no, Jay, we can remove this document for a minute, Jay. Let's put on that, display the I am presence descending from the great central sun. I sent you a document for the first time that Some of you have seen this document. It has a great central sun, like a balloons coming from the great central sun of the I am presence. And we want to start with this one because this document gives this particular image, which shows us the who we really are, what is our divine uh, destiny, where our divine connection. Because in the absence of this particular, yeah, this is the one. In the absence of this particular slide, we kind of think who we really are. We always see the balloons. You can see the threads coming from the top figure in top figure, and this is a causal body of the great central sun. The causal body of the great central sun. Below we see the causal body of our individual higher self, and then we see the I am presence as descending. I'm coming. So I'm going to start with this slide. This is our source. What is the causal body of the great central sun means to us with respect to our own causal body? So if we have individual causal bodies, that will be coming to the next slide. But I think this is a connection. This is the reference. This is the picture. This is the image we want to always remember in our mind, our source. So some there is a school of thought in the in the world, in practice on the many people on the spiritual organization. They talk about the 7 colors of chakras, which came from the solar light, the prism, the light of the prism as a rainbow. Also, there is a one of Google. We have 7 chakras. Colors of 7 chakras based upon the same thinking. Well, that is a solar light. That is a light that can you see with a physical eye. That is what whoever did that, they put the prism and they saw the white light and they broke it into 7, into the colors, and they say, well, these are the 7 colors. They call it with a V, Vibhagi, or violet, and ends with the red, V with the violet, and then they put them on the crown chakra to the base of the spine and say, well, these are the colors of the chakras. That is one school of thought, because these are the masters have told us this. I wanted to show you this slide because masters have told us that the colors of the chakras do not come from the solar light. They come from this source, which is invisible. This is the light that comes from the great central sun. You can see that you see the thread, which is a crystal cord. You can say that they look like threads right now because there are there are billions of them. How many billion people are there on the earth? So you can imagine this is a great central sun in the universe. It has how many people are on the earth? Many universes. So this is all the threads coming from the great central sun to the people on the earth, some billion people. So these each thread is like a crystal cord. That light is coming from the heart of the great central sun causal body. Who's behind the causal body of this top picture? The alpha and omegas, our father, mother, God, is coming from their heart. The light is coming from their heart that beats our heart. Please know that. The light that beats our heart comes from the heart of Alpha and Omega, our parents, Alpha and Omega. So this is the great causal body that is the causal body of the Alpha and Omega. And that is where our source is. So this light comes and beats our heart. That is light that is not, you cannot see this light, can you? We don't see this light. This light is invisible. This light is not seen by the like a rainbow. That people do that. So that is we call it adhyatmic light. We call it light of the great central sun. We call it a spiritual light. This is we call it light that beats our heart. And those are the colors of those 7 colors of this great central sun top figure that are manifested in our I am presence. In the next slide, Jay, can we have the next slide? Display the image of the causal body now, please. The next one. Now we come from the microcosm, from the macrocosm to microcosm of our own causal body. This, not that one. The I am yeah, okay. Uh, let's have that. But before we have that, the I am present chart. I'm sorry. Let's have the I am present chart. I think that is replica of that. All the balloons, that sort of balloons that appear like that on the in the in the 6 billion, or yeah, this is the one. So this is the same microcosm of that balloons that are coming from the great center sun. This is picture of you in the bottom, picture of you in the middle as a higher self, picture of you in the top figure as the I am presence. That's the causal body, around same causal body that we saw there in the macrocosm. So this is where the uh, our the seven colors of the same colors that you see in the great central sun are here also in the seven chakras, in the seven rings, seven spheres, and they come into the through our middle figure. We call it higher self, Krishna consciousness, Guru Nanak consciousness, middle figure, whatever name we want to call it. Higher consciousness is the name of the Krishna consciousness, or Christ consciousness, or Zarathustra consciousness. We talked about that earlier in one of the earlier presentation. And the lower figure is the one that you are standing surrounded by the violet color. Violet color is a color of the Shiva, the Holy Spirit, that transmutes the negative energy. Okay, now we're going to move on to the chakra man. So now we're going to show the bottom figure, the lowest figure, as standing alone in the seven chakras, or how the seven colors of the top I am presence, the top figure, are manifested in the chakra man. Jay, can we have the picture of the chakra man now, please? So now we see that the same seven colors are that are in the causal body of the great central sun, in the causal body of yours personal, are in the seven chakras. This is the kind, I mean, coming down from the as I said before, from the one level to the second level to the third level. And this is our being, our life. So you can see those seven colors. The crown chakra on the top, yellow. We'll be talking about that today. Second from the top is the third eye chakra, green color. We had another. We had a seven. One of the color was green also in the causal body. Third chakra is the throat chakra from the top. Then we have a heart chakra in the middle, which is pink color. So all the seven chakras come. The seven color double chakras come from the causal body. Now we start from the bottom. Bottom most is the base of the spine chakra, white. Then we have the seat of the soul chakra from the the color is violet, and then we have the solar plexus chakra. Third one from the bottom is a purple and gold. So now we have these seven colors. Please know that also one thing. The Vibhag your number, those violet and indigo and blue and green, those red, those colors do not have a white color at all in it. You know, and which is the Muladhara chakra, which is the lowermost chakra, is a white color. It's a white fountain. They call it red or something different. It's not the case. So there is something that we have to kind of go to the understand the difference between the two. Why Vibhayor is not the same color as the light of the I am that comes that beats our heart. Having said that, let's go to our focus. Let's have the crown chakra, the top on the head of this, that we have in the color. Let's visualize the crown chakra for a minute, because we will be talking about that. That's our focus today. So we don't want to get away from our theme of because doing all the degrees. So Jay, can we have the crown chakra slide that I think I also put there also, just by itself. The crown chakra is a yellow color. It has a 972 petals. Each chakra has a different number of petals. The lowest one, the white color that I showed in the chakra man, has four petals. Only four petals. And they spin in a clockwise direction. And the crown chakra on the top has the maximum number of petals. We call it 1,000 petal lotus, or you can 972 be exact.
Sir,
So this has a
able to I'm not able to open that slide right now due to some
okay. Can
issue.
you find okay 9? Let's go back to the chakra man. I think maybe you can I can look into we can look into that and talk about a little bit more from the chakra man about the yellow color. So the 972, or the lotus, this one on the top, our crown. This is where our focus is going to be today on the second ray. So each ray represents a color. First ray that we did last week represented the throat chakra or the blue ray. Second ray represents the crown chakra and the yellow color. And the third ray is going to be next week is going to be the heart chakra, the third ray pink color. So let's why are we focusing on these rays? Why are we focusing on the chakras? Why are we doing this exercise of degrees? Why are we? What is the purpose of this whole 8 week or 7 week? I call it 8 week because eighth there is a eighth ray also. There are eight chakra. There are 7 chakras I mentioned to you. There's a eighth chakra which is behind the heart chakra, which is called the integration, which is the eight, which is behind the heart chakra, where it's called the ray of integration of the 7 rays. When we master those 7 rays, when we become the fullness of that, and that is gradually we are mastering that simultaneously. We are mastering the 7 colors of the 7 chakras. By that I mean is mastering the colors mean that we are mastering overcoming the negative qualities of each chakra. As I mentioned slightly, I'm going to go back to that slide when we start our decrease, for the second ray. We are eliminating, we are transmuting the negative qualities into positive qualities. Why we are transmuting? Because each chakra has energy. The light that comes from our I am presence is energy. Another word for God is energy. God is energy. God is consciousness. God is light. God has many things, but God is love. God is wisdom. God is, God is power. God, you can name any color of the chakras as God's energy. And that's why we replace those negative qualities. We call it crown chakra. We replace it with God wisdom, God illumination. Why God? Because God's energy is a pure energy. What we have is wisdom, is a human wisdom. And that's why we get the pride. People get pride there. Oh, I've written so many books. I am a PhD, I am double PhD, I can give lecture, I can do this, and so there are many kind of pride that comes. Pride of intellectual pride of spirituality, pride of human pride in general, pride of ego, pride, you name it. And that is the perversion of the crown chakra. People become, they don't become humble. They think, oh, they have somebody special. They walk like they are as if they are so to speak demigods on this earth. They're walking, controlling other people. And that's why we are looking at ourselves. And then when we look at ourselves, when we correct ourselves, we are correcting everyone else around. How? Why? Because we are all connected with everyone. God is one. As one person raises his consciousness, he raises the consciousness of everyone on this planet, depending upon how we expand our consciousness, how far we can think of ourselves. So this is step by step. We'll be decreeing the 972 petals. We are opening up these petals. These petals get stuck. 972 petals. For that reason, all different petals of different chakras, they don't move. They're supposed to move and spin in a clockwise direction. The greater the speed they have, the more light they have, the more light they generate, the more light they receive, the more light they send to others. And when when they don't move very fast, that means there's a junk in them, there's an energy in them. That's why people become lethargy and lazy and prideful and boastful. And I'm talking about the crown chakra right now. So we want to get rid of those energies through the help of this understanding, first of all, which is a theory. Then we're going to apply that understanding in the laboratory through this decreased science of the spoken word, which is the very or most powerful tool masters have given us. Yeah, you can say, well, we have the prayers. Yeah, we have meditation. We have other things. Yes, prayers are good. Meditation are good. Mantras are good. Guru Shabads are good. Devotion are good. They all are good. Masters have said that they all have a place, but in a consciousness that is evolving, in a consciousness called the consciousness of master give the teaching for the people, for consciousness for the new age, how we can accelerate faster. It's called progressive revelation. Please mark that word. Progressive revelation is another word. Some people say, oh no, we have been given this thing, by so and so, gurus or so and so master, but 5,000 years ago. I want to stick with that. It's all right. They want to stick, but then there's a progressive revelation. God has not kept his mouth shut all these 5,000 years. God is always sent his saints, to tell people who are ready to take the next step, to accelerate. But a lot of people think that they are not ready. So we just pray for them. Hopefully, they will come to that stage. They will understand the progressive meaning of progressive revelation. Progressive revelation does not mean that we shut down on previous things that we have learned. It doesn't mean that. It means that we keep everything in place and we learn the previous things that we know much more, much better, much before. I'm a Sikh. I can tell you that being a Sikh, I believe in Guru Granth Sahib. I believe in going to Gurdwara. I believe in 10 Gurus. I believe in their whatever their Bani in the Shabad. I enjoy it. But I get a higher meaning, a better meaning because I know a Sunday Master's teaching, so that you do not have to stop doing what you are doing. You can continue to do that, but you can. I can say that it made me a better Sikh, and better Hindu, better Christian, better Muslim, better whatever, better Buddhist. That's what it makes us, and that is the world of spirituality realm. We have to transcend the world of religion and move into the world of spirituality, where God is one, where all religions are one integrated. And that is the ray of integration that I'm talking to you about. Okay, now I think we're looking at the watch. We have to work on our degrees. So let's have the can we have the document 7 A's of individualized God self? Very quickly, the chart. I think I emailed that chart to everyone yesterday. I think those who have given me your email address, so you can have this chart. This is a chart we will be using every week. We used last week this chart, which is beautiful chart. It just tells you everything that we are doing. So last week we did the first ray, the color. Each ray has a day and a color. First ray had a color of blue. It is magnified on the day of Tuesday on the earth, magnified on the earth. Each ray is magnified on the earth on a day of the week. So remember that. So first ray is a blue. We did that last week. The name of the Chohan, second column. Third column is name of the archangels and their retreats. And the fourth ray is Elohim and their retreats. The fifth ray is karmic board member. Each ray has a karmic board member. There are 8 karmic board members. Each of them is assigned to particular rays. And chakras, we talked about that. What are the negative qualities? We call them perversions of that particular ray, and the divine qualities that we want to embody. So today we are talking about the second ray. Second ray, the color is yellow, and the day that is magnified is Sunday tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about that more tomorrow about that. Lord Lanto is a Chohan. Second, I'm looking at the second column. His retreat is in the Grand Teton, USA. We talked about that. Archangels and the retreats, we talked about that. Jophil and Christine in China. Elohim are the Apollo and Lumina in Germany. We talked about that. Karmic board member is the goddess of liberty. This is another thing. There are 8 members of the karmic board. This may be something new for you. Karmic board is a overseer, you can say Supreme Court, like that. And for the earth realm, so they decide and there are 8 members and they meet twice a year and they decide on, they know about each and every one of us 24 hours a day, what we are doing, what we need to do. So they are our leaders. They are 8 members. We work with them also. So in this case, the goddess of liberty, whose statue is outside the New York Harbor, she is the one who is it's not a statue, it's a being. It's a being of goddess of liberty, who is a member of the karmic board and who is a representative of the second ray of illumination. Chakras, we talked about crown chakra, Sahasrara, and the perversion, we talked about that pride, human logic, What is human logic? You know, to justify things. Oh, sabhi log karte hain, sir, kya farak padta hai? No, so we cannot justify human logic. We have to get away from the human logic back to the divine logic. Divine logic is different from human logic. Narrow-mindedness is what you think about. Oh, because we have been taught that. We have been taught this to think like this by our books, by our teacher, by our family members, by our institutions like that. Narrow. So we become narrow-minded. We never open up the mind like you can think of a horse. घोड़े के होते हैं ना जो blind. You put the blinds on the horse so he won't get distracted. So we have a sort of blindness, blinders on both sides of our eyes. It's called narrow-minded. We only see this much. We have to remove those so we can see the bigger picture. Illumination is a God quality. Wisdom and illumination, they are connected, or more than that. I will talk to you about in the next document. Jay, can we have the next document, please? Which is called the PDF document, which is called the Workshop on Mastering the Divine Qualities. I think we will be talking about each of these rays from each of these documents every week. So just to refresh your memory before you go to do the degrees in few minutes, so we know what we are in theory. What is this we are talking? What we'll be dealing with when we go into our personal life and for the whole week when we'll be doing degrees, one by one, those degrees that you have received, that we'll be doing. But what is the meaning of those degrees? How they're connected in working as an antidote to these negative qualities. Yeah, thank you, Jay. This is a part. What is the difference between this chart and the one before? I just wanted to focus on this. This is a color that Jay could not get out of the crown chakra. The image of that, you can see how bright, how intense the yellow color is in the crown chakra. In your crown chakra, 972 petals, second rays, and the crown chakra. So the difference between the two is that I want to focus only on the second column and third column. They are the second column is a perversion. Second column is the what qualities that we want to aspire, we want to get. And third column is a perversion of that particular quality that we want to get rid of it. The fourth column is how our crown chakra will look like with perversions, with that. If we do not, when it's clear, and the crown chakra will look like golden yellow. When it is not clean, when negative qualities, it looks muddy yellow, orange. Remember the orange color? In the Vibhag, your color is one of them is orange, brown, copper, crimson, black, olive, brown. These are some of the colors that are reflected in our crown chakra. But people do not know that. People think, oh, orange color is okay. Orange color represents, perversion, which is, I think, is pride. Orange color is the color of pride. So we have to know this, where this perversion come from in our chakras, because of the energies that we have in our chakras, particularly in our crown chakra. Let's go to column 2 and simultaneously column 3. We're going to look at one by one. So column 2, God attribute accumulated in the causal body. Number 1, illumination. Illumination versus on this side, third column, witchcraft, black magic. You may think, well, illumination is clear, light, prakash, gyan. What is witchcraft, black magic? You may think, I don't have any witchcraft, black magic. We do practice black magic and witchcraft on ourselves. Did you know that? You always think of black magic, witchcraft, so and so is projecting black magic and witchcraft on me. People do that. That's another, that's true. But we also practice black magic, witchcraft on ourselves when we think negatively. When we think negatively about ourselves or others. When we speak negatively about ourselves or others. When we feel negatively, when we hatred, when we send someone hatred, dislike, anger, resentment, whatever qualities of love is, negative quality, that is black magic, witchcraft that we are practicing on ourselves. So when we have illumination, we don't do that. We watch our thoughts, we watch our feelings, we watch our word, we watch our actions. illumination. That is one of the reason why I think in Sikhism we wear this kada, And I think one of the reason the kada was given to us was that when you do in any action, an improper thing, that you remind yourself you are a Sikh, S-I-K-H, Sikh means Shishya, as a chela of God, if I am that I am, and you are not supposed to watch, you are supposed to watch your action, So those are the things that gurus meant that, but I think, but we don't practice black magic witchcraft on ourselves and on others. When we do that, it's a two-edged sword. We are hurting ourselves, we are hurting others by good qualities or with bad qualities. So good quality, God, self-awareness, humility. God, the capital self-awareness. You are God in the making. I am that I am. Om Tat Sat Om Om. I am the son of God. I am a daughter of God. So that is God's self-awareness perpetually, 24 hours a day. And that brings us humility, that you are not the doer. God is the doer. God speaks through you. God works through you. We are just a, what you call, instrument. We are just the catalyst. We are just the, something that God has given us His light. So we are, guarding that light. We are expanding that light. We are sharing that light. We are guardians of light. We are not really the owner of light. Sometimes that is God's self-awareness. This brings us humility. We have a Shabad like that in Sikhism, Mera mujh mein kuch nahi hai, jo kuch hai so tera, tera tujhko sompte kya lage hai mera. That was beautiful. And that's what it means. So that's what I'm saying. Everything is there in every religion. If you want to go back and uh, uh, see what it says. Okay, number 2, perversion, ego-centeredness, pride. Ego-centeredness, me, I am mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine, and pride, and they're connected. Ego and pride are connected, like doubt and fear are connected. Ego-centeredness and pride, it's like one is I don't know which was bigger, but they are both hand and glove with each other. And when people live their lives, why? Because out of ignorance, we don't judge them. We see them. We say, "Oh my God, how can we help them? How can we help ourselves? How can we help? Masters can help them through decrees." So when we do our decrees, we are sending that light all over the world to help everyone to raise their consciousness. You might be thinking, does it really happen? And, is God helping everyone through you? Yes, it is. It is helping, and how, first of all, you see a change in yourself. You see that gradually you will be noticing some change in you. Positivity will be coming into you. You will be more mindful. Mindfulness is another quality or another measure of another way you can measure yourself. I say, well, I never used to think about my words before. Now I feel about my thoughts. I feel about my feelings now. I never used to feel hardness of heart. What is meaning of hardness of heart? Now I see I have a hardness of heart. I don't feel love. When I give people love me, I don't receive their love. I can't give them love because I have a hardness of heart. I have to remove that. So that is how you feel, beginning to see a progressive change in you. And then same thing with the word, spoken word, same thing with the action. So that is how you measure yourself, and that's how you are sending that light to others, and who will also feel, who will also feel, who will also think, feel, and they will know from the thoughts, that there something is happening. When the people wake up in the morning, they say, "Oh, it's a new day." I never, they look at the newspaper, look at the media, they will have a different understanding because you are the lighthouse for them. You're sending them the light. Number 3, on the left column, and second column, divine logos, divine reason. Divine logos, divine reason. What is divine logos? Logos mean divine. Actually, they mean the same thing. They are beings called logos. Is a word. It's a word. It's a whole science behind it. Divine reason. So divine logos, divine science, divine. It means that there is a Actually, science of the spoken word, logos, is used the word differently. Science of the spoken word is logos. It's called also, but it's a very deeper meaning. It's a whole science behind it. What is the divine logic, divine reason, divine logic, and then versus human logic, human reason. What is the divine logos is, man? Why, who I am, I am. What is the purpose of my life? Who I am. What is my divine reason of my being? Who I am in God, who I am in, we have a body, human body, but inside divine body, inside our human body, there's a divine presence, threefold flame. Threefold flame is a divine presence, which is connected to the, I think, in the chart of the presence that I showed you. These are three people, three images. The lowest one is you, and in the heart of the lowest person is a threefold flame, and that's what we are talking. That is the divine presence. I am. And because of the heartbeats, because of the threefold flame, we will be talking about that threefold flame. Gruma talks about Lord Lanto tomorrow in a YouTube clip. And she says, Lord Lanto wanted everyone in the world, his disciples particularly, they did not believe in him. There's a threefold flame in your heart or in anyone's heart. So he says, God, they do not believe that I have a threefold flame. I want them to see that physically. And they were able to see that in Lord Lanto's physical body. His disciples, people saw that, and she was saying that we can do the same thing what Lanto did, and that's what we want people to know, that divine God lives as a threefold flame. We want to make a, yeah, we can say, God, I want people to see that threefold flame. Can I, is it okay if you if you if I can have the physical flame, threefold flame in me like Lord Lanto did? Lord Lanto, can you help me please to show, have the threefold flame in me physically blazing so people can see that? Other thing she talks about tomorrow is that when the threefold flame is balanced and heart chakra is cleared or cleansed, you will feel the heat of it. Your heart is burning. Threefold flame is burning. She says when she puts her attention, she talks about her heart chakra, about the threefold flame, her heart starts burning. Guruma said that. And also Jesus said, I think in the Bible that, the New Testament, he said, didn't your heart burn? He was telling his disciples, and his hearts were burning when their disciples were walking by the side of Jesus because of the intensity of the flame of the Jesus heart. The heat was coming in and they were feeling that. So one of our goals could be, I'm suggesting that, to have the threefold flame physically to be seen by others, and we can feel the heat of the threefold flame in our heart. So we can, and as we purify our heart chakra, and from the hardness of heart, we'll feel that heat. Okay, number 4, wisdom, uh, wise dominion. The word wisdom, wise dominion, that's what it means. Wise dominion, understanding, cosmic consciousness, and human. Number 4 is human folly, vanity, lack of comprehension, and moral consciousness. So these are the perversion. Wisdom is a God, wise dominion. When we have the wise understanding of things, with wise dominion means we look at things at God's looks at them. Dominion means you look at things not, with God dominion, not as a human mind controlling, accumulating, this and that. Wise dominion means using the resourcefulness. I think we talked about that, as God uses that, very carefully, purposely. So I'm going to stop at that. I think it's much more than that. 5, 6, 7, maybe, and another cycle. If you want me to send you this document, I can send you that. You can meditate on that. But I think our main focus is today those secondary degrees. That Jay, can we go back to that document, my friend, that you had put on with the causal body, and we can go systematically and begin our work for the next, I think, 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. So we can actually do those degrees. I want to explain the meaning of those degrees that we'll be doing today. The preamble and the body of degrees and everything else. That is why we do that and how we do that, and then name of the masters and all that. So I think let's do that. So this is the causal body. the title is Mastering the Qualities of the Second Ray, which is the yellow of wisdom, causal body of the 7 colors. Now, mastering is a one way to say that, but you can also use in this age the word downloading. You know how you download thing from the hard file, big file. We are downloading. This is already there. The second color is you can see the second color from the innermost is white. The next color, second band from inside out is the yellow color. That is a downloading. So we downloaded yesterday, or we can continue to download the blue color, and as you move on, all the colors of the 7 colors, 8 colors, so to speak, each week in our from the causal body to our crown chakra. Our crown chakra, for that reason, into heart chakra, because we download everything into our heart chakra. From a heart chakra, which is a hub, it goes to crown chakra and corresponding chakras. So that is the way the downloading works. Okay, Jay, let's go on to the matrix, of the next page, the next slide that we have upon the that we have been uh, meant to go over, so people can continue the degree for the whole week with a greater understanding of the meaning of each of those degrees. So again, we have finished talk about item A. The focus is the yellow color. Chakras is the crown chakra. Chohan is the Lord Lanto. Archangel is Jobs and Christine. Elohim are the Elohim, Apollo and Lumina. Divine qualities, some of them are mentioned: illumination and wisdom, divine reason, understanding, and more, resourcefulness. And negative qualities to shed are pride, human reason, vanity of all vanities is the story of that. So they are all together. There is one negativity. There are all negativities are the buddies. They come together as a herd of negative qualities, so they all come together like entities. They are, and together we call them dweller on the threshold. That's another new word. Dweller on the threshold is energy, cumulative energy of the 7 chakras we are talking about today. The energy, only negative energy of the crown chakra. We're talking about that. But when we have this only 7 chakras accumulated, we call it dweller on the threshold. Okay, false. We can do it together if you like to do that. We always do that when you start your degree work. You want to call for the mental of the 2 witnesses. These are the mental means authority, mental means command, mental means presence, mentals mean whatever we have been given to the mass is 2 witnesses. We call them 2 witnesses. They are called 2 witnesses in the New Testament. And as a Lanello, and on the left side, Mark Prophet, his name is Lanello as a Sunday master name, and Elizabeth Shea Prophet, Kader Guruma. So these mentals are given to them. We can claim those mentals before we do our degrees. Why we do that? We can get more light in our chakra. So we can get more light every time we give this call. Before we call it calls, like a prayer. Another word for the prayer is a call. How much light we will get depending upon the capacity of our chakras. So we can increase the capacity of our chakras to hold more light. When we give this call, we can get each time we can increase the capacity, we can get more light, contained in these words of this particular call. Let's give that again. In the name I am that I am, I call for the mentals of the messenger Guru Ma and Lanello, Godfrey and Lotus, and all other messengers of the great white brotherhood, word without words without end, to be placed over me for my strength and my victory over all unrealities manifesting in my 4 Lord bodies. Om. Amen. Godfrey and Lotus, if you are thinking, they were the 2 messengers of the I Am movement that came in 1930s in Chicago in America. And that so Summit Lighthouse is now a new movement that came after the I Am presence, I Am movement, so to speak. So this is I think this is a call to the that we can give to receive before you do your work. because that clears the energies. You can receive much more light from the master. Next call is to the great divine director or Ganesh ji here. So this is a picture of Ganesh ji, picture of great divine director. Great divine director is a member of the karmic board, also on the Blu-ray, as we talked about last week. Get together. In the name of the I am that I am, I call to beloved great divine director Ganesh ji and the lords of karma for the arresting of the spirals of coronavirus, delta, and all other variants of darkness, of deceit, of self-deception, and of the betrayal of the light of God in India and every nation upon earth. What is the meaning of betrayal of light of God? You may think, oh, I'm not betraying. People are not betraying. Because we do not know that this call was given to us by great divine director himself. He said, you give this call every day, or for that matter, for many times a day. There's a betrayal of light. Why? When we have the light of that beats our heart, and people don't use that light, people don't acknowledge that light, people go someplace else, and they say, well, they misuse the light by doing bad things, making bad karma. That's a betrayal of light. By through our thoughts, words, and deed, we filing the karma. And then we are asking for the betrayal of light, for we are asking for arresting the spiral. He said that each energy is like a spiral. Each energy that comes to the earth, good or bad, is like a spiral. Like a spiral, goes in the clockwise direction, and there's a release from the heart of God every day, every moment. And it has to be arrested. The spiral has to be arrested. It cannot be arrested unless we give this call. Why? God cannot do that. You might be thinking, why God is God, not capable of doing that? Because in the physical earth, realm of the physical earth, we, the people of the earth, have been given that authority to give that calls, the science of the spoken word. God will not interfere, that master will not interfere, that unless we give that, until we give that call, then we angels come and they are arrested. This is something very important to make a note of that. We used to think, oh, man mein pratna kar liya, we can pray in our heart. God is listening to them. I don't have to say, these words. And those were some of the things that I believed myself. And I said, but there is a science of the spoken word. There is no science of the unspoken word. There is no science of the man may pray in the heart. And you can pray that when there's a need to do that. But please don't make it a habit that, oh, God is going to hear to me anyway. God knows wherever I am. When we are not using the science of spoken word. So we have to unlearn anything that we have been taught, including myself. I'm people, what they taught me when I was a kid, and I believed in them. Now, when I grew up, when I found this Sunday master teaching, I said, oh, there's a command. I did not know that you can command God's energy. You can command it as in name I am that I am. That is a decrease, that is a call, that is a power. That's different from prayer. In prayer, we don't command. Meditation, we don't command. Mantras, devotional mantras. Shabad are devotional, bhajan are devotional. So each place, let me give you perspective on where the decrees fit in the threefold flame. Prayers are yellow rays. I'm talking about the threefold flame. Prayers have the yellow color of the plume, which is in the center of the threefold flame. Meditation have pink plume, which is the love. Meditation, love, devotion. Decrees have blue color, power. So all three we need. I'm not saying that we need only one or two or three. We need balance threefold flame. We need balance meditation. Our degrees are meditation. Our degrees are power also. We have degrees. We do them, with power, with the prayer, with the power, with the meditation, with visualization. So there's a balanced understanding of the degrees also. They are also power alone when we give them as a command. We also, as a threefold flame, we give them as a bouquet of threefold flame, of balance threefold flame, of all three of them. So this is the wisdom that we are gaining today from why we do these degrees. Continuing on, call to Alpha and Omega for the consummation of energies of COVID-19. This is very important call was given to us by the goddess of light. So when we do this, we take a deep breath, fill your lungs with the prana or oxygen or energy of the God from the Alpha and Omega that we talked about. As you exhale, say the following degrees, 1.01 in the degree book by the goddess of light. Okay, we'll say it 3 times. I am the fire breath of God from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept and expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am present. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding fire breath of God. Let His purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. I am the fire breath of God from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept and expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am present. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding fire breath of God. Let His purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. I am the fire breath of God from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept and expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am present. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding fire breath of God. That is purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. I accept this done right now with full power. I am this done right now with full power. I am God life, expressing perfection always at all times. This which I call forth for myself, I call forth for every man, woman, and child on this planet. I want to explain to you the meaning of the immaculate concept. In the first paragraph, uh, I am the fire better God from the heart of Alpha and Omega. That is clear. This day I am the immaculate concept in expression everywhere I move. What is immaculate concept means? Immaculate concept means the image of perfection of God for yourself as son and daughter of God, and everyone on the earth that you are thinking about right now when you are exhaling, when you are saying those words as perfection of God. Immaculate concept is there is nothing error in that image, in that perfection of God. Everything is God, everything is perfect, everything is divine. Okay, let's move on to the next one, Jay. And next one, please. Short mantras. This is uh, this is a very important thing again. We do it 3 times, and we want to. This is a command. This is a command of the I am that I am. So we say the peace be still 3 times, and then I know that I am God. And know that I am God means not I am God in I am that I am God incarnate, threefold flame means I am God. It's not a blasphemy. It's not insulting God. God in me, the threefold flame is there is a passport, you have key in your heart. Together. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still, and know that I am God. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still, and know that I am God. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still, and know that I am God. You can put your right hand over your solar plexus. When your solar plexus is not in peace, you are feeling disturbed, butterflies coming, and you are worrying about, psychic energies or psychic attacks or whatever you want to call that. Put your right hand over your solar plexus and say that peace be still. You are commanding that energy to your solar plexus. Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Okay. Number 2. I am illumination. That means God in me is illumination. You can put your right hand over the crown chakra if you like to feel that presence of illumination. I am 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 illumination. Remember that whatever you say after the word I am is going to manifest. God in me is illumination. God in me is power. I am power. I am wisdom. You can say that I am wisdom. I am whatever word you say after. So it is a uh, it is a affirmation. I am call them I am affirmation. Number 3, I am mighty victory in action. Remember, mighty victory is another ascended master. You can say that I am mighty victory in action. We did one of these decrees last in our last round, mighty victory 10.21. So this is what we are calling about him. I am mighty victory in action. 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 So this is now we're going to do our decrees. I'm going to do it only one time. We have provided you the link for the YouTube. YouTube start very slowly, but then they go fast. So you do not have to go all the way down. Just do the, as I mentioned, you can give this decree only one time. If you want to give that YouTube, first 3 times is very slow. Then Guru Man picks up the speed. So you do not have to go that far. But you can give it without YouTube also. So Jay, can we have that decree on the separate decree 20.00? That that is on yellow. I think I send you those decrees separately, yeah, without the YouTube. We're going to give it one time, all of you together. So, so you can get the feel for that, how I'm going to be giving that. So you can get the rhythm of it. It's a very beautiful decree, decree 20.00, decree for illumination. And we'll do the preamble. Preamble is kind of long one. Here in this case, the name of the master, there are many, many beautiful words that masters have embedded there. Yeah, invocation of illumination. So you can see preamble is very long here, as I was saying. So let's give it together. So when we say in the name of the beloved, when we say in the name, every decree that starts in the name of something that is by the authority that I have authority of God in me. So I'm not just saying as a mere word. This is a command. Okay, together. In the name of the beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, Almighty God, I am in me, my very own beloved Holy Christ self, and Holy Christ self of all mankind, by and through the magnetic power of the immortal, victorious, threefold flame of love, wisdom, and power anchored within my heart. I invoke the golden flame of illumination from the heart of God in the great central sun and the seven solar logoi from beloved Alpha and Omega and Helios and Vesta from beloved Lord Lanto and beloved Confucius and the brotherhood of the royal Titan from beloved Sanat Kumara and Gautama Buddha, Lord Maitreya, Jesus and Kutumi and the brothers of the golden robes in Kashmir from beloved Vyavasvata, the great divine director, Himalaya, and all who serve in the retreat of the blue lotus, from the beloved god and goddess Meru, Kashmir Poseidon, and all who serve in the temple of illumination, from beloved mighty cosmos, beloved mighty Elohim, Apollo and Lumina, beloved Archangel Jophiel and Christine, beloved Guru Ma and Lanello, the entire spirit of the great white brotherhood and the word mother, elemental life, fire, air, water, and earth, blaze forth the light of cosmic Christ illumination throughout my four Lord bodies, the earth, the elementals, and all light bearers of the world, to rend the veil of ignorance and establish the I am law of life through the mercury diamond shining mind of God, consciously expanded right now with the full power through this my decree. Together, living Christ within and around me, blazing illumination flame, wise abundance now surround me, God dominion never reign, crown my brow with golden radiance from the wisdom of thy light, crown my doings with the evidence of illumination, Christed might. I am the golden flame of illumination blazing clear from the heart of blessed Lantos in the royal Teton here. Next page. Blaze, oh blaze, thy shining radiance through my inner being now, shed through light upon my pathway. I beam from wisdom's brow, light expand now to encircle every nook upon our globe. Come bring every man your blessing, feathers of the golden robe, living Christ now all about me, place with all thy wisdom's power, thy truth blazing, none can doubt me. Expand then in me every hour. Crown my heart and mind with fire. Kindle on thy altars bright. Let the halo of thy wisdom honor every child of light. Hail thou holy royal Teton, brothers of the wisdom ray, intensify thy golden radiance, let the sun of light hold sway. Come, Apollo Lumina, give wisdom to perceive the perfect pattern for each life, its wave and means to weave. Plus Jovial Archangel dear, set forth on wisdom page the edict that will usher in the coming golden age. We'll wait for the and in full faith part. Let's give the other decree J, so we can give all at one time and in full faith portion. The second decree is decree. Thank you, Marisa. Let's give the second decree on the illumination. So I think it's 20.0, 20.02, I believe. And then I think we have one more decree. Yeah, 20 points. Yeah, that's not the page, J. Yeah, 20.02, blaze illumination flame through us. So we're going to give that decree with the preamble, and we will do the end in full faith part afterwards. Together, preamble. In the name of the beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me, my very own beloved Holy Christ, beloved Ascended Master Jesus the Christ, beloved Kutumi, beloved Mother Mary, the beloved great divine director, angels of Jophiel's band, beloved Guru Ma and Lanello, the entire spirit of the great brotherhood, and the word mother, elemental life, fire, air, water, and earth, I decree. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Beloved, I am. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Take thy command. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Magnified each hour. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Blaze illumination flame through us. Love, wisdom, and power. Give it 3 times, so I'm just giving only one time for the sake of time. So we can give the last another decree J, the next one. So each decree I have marked their number 1 time or 2 time or 3 time, or you can give even more than that if you feel like that way. So this is 20.04. We gave it only one, also gave it 1 time. Together, preamble. In the name of the beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me. Holy Christ, also all earth's evolution, beloved Sanat Kumara, Lord Gautama, and Lord Maitreya, beloved Jesus and Kutumi, beloved Lord Lanto and Confucius. थोड़ा सा थोड़ा थोड़ा सा छोटा कर दो, yeah. Jesus, beloved Jesus and Kutumi, beloved Lord Lanto, yeah, and beloved Lord Lanto and Confucius, the God and Goddess Miro, the seven mighty Elohim, the seven beloved archangels, the seven beloved Chauhans of the race, beloved Guru Ma and Lanello, the entire spirit of the gate of brotherhood, the born mother, elemental life, for air, water, and earth. I decree for the expansion of the pillar of illumination flame over all schools, colleges, and universities of America, India, and the world, and in all hearts and minds of the children of and youth of Aquarius. This, the way it goes like this is 1, then refrain, 2, then refrain, 3, then refrain, 4, then refrain. So let's do it together. Illumination flame flood through today. Again, illumination flame flood forth today. Set the course of youth in God's own way. Take them by the hand of love. Move them by impulse from above. O Masters ascended to love God truth, make and keep our precious youth, guided by the star of love, dazzling perfection, snow white dove, descend upon the world, I pray, illuminate by love, love's own ray, show mankind the need for action, unify all and cast out action. O Master ascended who love God truth, make and keep our precious youth, guided by thy love star of love, dazzling perfection, snow white dove, cherished flame of wisdom, pure in faith, intelligence we endure, flow right through, O strength of God, in protecting armor we are shod, O Master ascended who love God truth, make and keep our precious youth, guided by the star of love, dazzling perfection, snow white dove, O rise on our hearts, altars clear, beautiful golden flame so dear, passing through thy flame, I know God's gift of wisdom does now flow. O Master ascended who love God truth, make and keep our precious youth, guided by the star of love, dazzling perfection, snow white dove. Last one, 20.19, Lord Lanto's prayer. That is a prayer, though. So this is not a decree. That is a prayer that Lord Lanto has given to us. We can give that, as many times a day, Lord Lanto, to, blaze the illumination flame through our mind and everyone on this earth. In the name of Almighty God, I stand forth to challenge the night, to raise up the light, to focus the consciousness of Gautama Buddha, and I am the thousand petaled lotus flame, and I come to bear it in his name. I stand in life this hour, and I stand with scepter of Christ's power to challenge the darkness, to bring forth the light, to install from starry heights the consciousness of angels, masters, Elohim, sun centers, and of all of life. Here is I am presence of each one. I claim the victory in God's name. I claim the light of solar flame. I claim the light. I am the light. I am victory. I am victory. I am victory for the divine mother and the divine man child and for the raising of the crown of life and the 12 starry focal points that desires to see the salvation of our God right within my crown, right within the center of the sun of Alpha. It is done. Thank you. Now we can have the sealing and in full faith portion from that from the matrix portion J. Then we can do the sealing of the decree session afterwards. And in full faith that comes from the matrix that we have all the decrees highlighted in with the YouTube linkage. Yeah. Thoda sa upar aur. Yeah. Right here. And in full closing. We do the closing together now. And in full faith, I constantly accept this, manifest, manifest, manifest. And in full faith, I constantly accept this, manifest, manifest, manifest. And in full faith, I constantly accept this, manifest, manifest, manifest. Right here and now with full power, eternally sustained, all powerfully active, ever expanding and word unfolding until all are holy Sunday is a light and free. Beloved, I am, beloved, I am, beloved, I am. Want to give the sealing of the degree session now. This is a, so this is the way we do. I think you can do that more than once as I did. So you can do for half an hour or more as you like, as many times as you like. As you get the momentum of that, you can give as many times as you like with the YouTube or without the YouTube together. Our beloved Father Brahma, we call to the holy angel who serve at the throne of grace to receive now by the heart of our own holy Christ self, the higher self, full gather momentum our prayer. Let the decree sanction of Saint Michael the Archangel, Hanumanji, be multiplied now by the Immaculate Heart of Mary, by the Sacred Heart of Jesus, by the purple fiery heart of Saint Germain, by the magnanimous heart of Lanello, the obedient heart of Godfrey, the pure hearts of Saint Teresa of Lixor, and all saints ascended, and the just and true and faithful and righteous halls of all saints unascended. In the name of the living word, let the praise be caught up in very heart of the cosmic Christ, Lord mighty eye, be sealed in the very heart of Archangel Michael, for use in those hours when loved ones and light bear are in need of immediate transfusion of light and the protection of Lord's host, Archangel Michael. So let this reservoir of our decrease of light in your heart, O mighty angel of the sacred fire, O beloved Maitreya, now be for the healing of the nation, the production of the Holy Church, the faithful and true witnesses, and you send a master activity on planet Earth. In the name of the entire spirit of the great brotherhood, I consecrate these hearts as chalices of living light, Archangel Michael, and the dynamic decrees to earth. So it is done in the name of the Father Brahma, the Son Vishnu, and the Holy Spirit Shiva, and the Mother Parvati. Amen. Oh. So that is the new matrix. I I adore you. I recommend you. I suggest you. I, I request you to please continue doing that. And, with this, you will feel the presence of the angels, Master, as they have promised, as you give this, as you give it every day, and you build up the momentum of doing that. Some of the words may be sounding a little bit difficult to do as a rhyme, so do it at your own pace as you are comfortable with that, and you will be able to do that with greater emphasis. Okay, thank you. Now, thank you, Poojaji. Okay, Jay, Poonam, now we can have the open up the platform for the question and answers.
हाँ जी सर.
The question.
हाँ जी सर कर.
If you have no question, please tell on the chat room, so Poonam will bypass you.
या श्रीनिवास जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
No, Ji, no. I just joined.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Srinivas.
रीटा लामा जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है? रीटा लामा जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
मैं अनम्यूट करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. नहीं पूनम, थैंक यू सो मच.
ओके, थैंक यू. रनी जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
नहीं जी, लेटर लास्ट में पूछ लेना आप फिर से मुझे.
ओके, थैंक यू. प्रदीप कुमार जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
Thank you, Ji.
You're welcome, Pradeep ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
थैंक यू. जेपी सर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
क्या हमारे
हेलो.
हाँ जी जेपी सर.
अपने आप को अनम्यूट करिए जेपी साहब.
sorry, our holy Christ self has got the chakra like us.
Again, one more time, please.
जैसे हमारे 7 चक्रास हैं, क्या हमारे होली क्राइस्ट सेल्फ के भी 7 चक्रास होते हैं?
Yeah, that is a very good question. I am presence. हमारी I am presence has a causal body. I am presence has a chakras. Holy Christ self, आत्मा जिसको हम बोलते हैं, has a chakras. Or we have. So the goal is really to superimpose all 3 chakras of the I am presence, Holy Christ self upon ourselves. So the same chakras, the Holy Christ self has 7 chakras. I am presence has 7 chakras, 8 chakras. Chakras are the same. The frequency of the vibration is different. हमारी frequency जो है chakras की movement की, that is slower. उनकी frequency जो है वो higher है. बाकी they have the same colors of chakras, they have the same number of chakras. Their frequency is higher. So our goal is to have their frequency of the Holy Christ self upon ourselves. And that's what he's doing when we are doing this decrees. These decrees are being given by our Holy Christ self. when we say I am that I am, we are giving this decree. Our mouth is the mouth of the Holy Christ self. We are offering our mouth, our chakras to our Holy Christ self. So he can Holy Christ self can superimpose his chakras upon our chakras. And then when that happens, when the process is complete, as our devotion through our decrees, through our service, then we become one with our Holy Christ self. That's what it means, the chakras. So that to answer your question, it is true. They have the chakras, but the frequency of their rotation of chakras is much faster. So we want to increase our capacity. So, so Holy Crystal can superimpose his chakras upon our chakras 24/7.
Thank you, sir.
रंजीत सर, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है? रंजीत सर, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
Yeah, I think you're having difficulty in.
सर, ये बाकी सब हो गया सर, ये और कोई बचा नहीं है। जसजीत जी शायद कुछ रमेश जी लेती हूँ, एक मिनट, जसजीत जी भी कुछ कहना चाहती हैं। हाँ जी जसजीत जी, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हो?
हाँ जी, सत श्री अकाल सर।
सत श्री अकाल जी।
So one of the things that I wanted to share with you is that although I was doing decrees earlier also, but after this explanation, after doing this session with you, even the first ray, and now I can see that once I begin to do these decrees, then there'll be whole world. Because every time I use a certain word, I will have your notes or whatever you said in my mind. And when I'm saying it, that gets created. So that makes the power of the work that we are doing, the decree will become a little more stronger, more magnified by understanding and deepening it deepens the understanding when we are saying the words. So that I wanted to just say, I think it does. It would make a difference rather than reading it and understanding the word, than reading it and understanding after this class there'll be a difference, right?
Yes, it does happen. I think same thing I have learned with Guru Ma's when I was doing the Guru Ma's voice on YouTube. I think people will feel that way. But in my difference and Guru Ma's voice is that I try to explain the meaning of decrees the way I understand it. Guru Ma was doing that decree sometime, in own way. So I think that is always the case. It's like a flying on the wings of someone's, like mother bird, carries the baby birds, on the wings, and it helps, So yeah, that is the glory to God. I think we all are benefiting from each other in that way. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Rane ji, aapka question, I wanted to come back.
Rane ji?
Sir, I would like to speak something at the end.
Hanji.
Can I?
Sir,
I wanted to there was a word you spoke into the session which is called as neophyte, which you said neophyte. So neophyte. I wanted to tell people what neophyte is if somebody is not aware, because in our teaching, I want to show them the first lesson what we receive from the keepers of the flame. Here, I think if you can see my video, let me put myself just a second. If you can see my video, the first lesson, if you see, it is called as neophyte. This is the first lesson we receive, which means that it's a new beginning for us. So when you receive the keepers of the flame lesson, the first lesson which will you receive is a neophyte. And in this lesson number 1, it says, we do ordain and dedicate the keepers of the flame lessons. Lessons as an official channel which shall serve to further enlighten mankind and to vanquish ignorance by the light and power of God flame. The sacred knowledge of the flame which we are pledged to release in these lessons will provide a safe platform for the ascending souls, one that is so well lighted that none who examine it with an objective heart need ever hesitate to cross the threshold into the life and truth. By Morial. So what my request to you everybody in the meeting today is, if you can subscribe to these lessons. These are very powerful lessons, and it will really give you a lot of insights about your life and the path you want to follow. So there are 33 lessons, and these are online also. You can receive online on Summit Lighthouse website, Keepers of the Flame. You can go to Keepers of the Flame and you can subscribe to these lessons. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jay, for
You're welcome, sir.
that reminder to all of us. Rene ji, आपका question?
सर मैंने अनम्यूट कर दिया.
हाँ जी.
रने जी मैंने आपको अनम्यूट कर दिया. I think she is busy with something.
हेलो. नहीं
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, दसो.
नहीं सर, क्वेश्चन नहीं है आज. क्वेश्चन कल नहीं पूछांगे. Somehow it takes a long time for everything to assimilate, and I'm quite new to the decree process, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it. So maybe I'm also being a little slow in it, but as I spoke to you and you told me I have to just keep myself going. So haje question nahi hai, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to add to that it's all right. We all are different. We all are new in a way to the decrees. When I started, so I go back, many years ago, I was new and I could not understand. And people were decreeing at a medium pace or other pace, faster pace, but I just could not understand that. I said, why are this? And I wanted to understand. So I think the key here is that you can take your time in learning that, but also at the same time, I think sometime when you drop it, when you don't do the decrease, then we lose the momentum. So keep an eye on that, not losing the momentum.
That is true, sir.
And otherwise, I think so. That's what I learned from my own experience. And there was always somebody there, my friend who were my best friend. He was, Jaspal, have you done those decrees today? Jaspal, have you done your decrees? So it was always reminding me. I said, oh my God, he will be calling me again to remind me and ask me. So that kind of friendly reminder helped me to keep on keeping on going on, So I think we need that kind of friendship, and then got people that who and then I look back and I said, thank God he reminded me. I at times I was uncomfortable with his reminding, but but I look back, I said, well, if he had not reminded me, I would not have been today here. So I think that's so well. I have a question tomorrow for you. When you have something. And tomorrow is a wonderful session. We're going to build on part 2, Guru Maharaj's lecture. There's a Guru Maharaj's 2 lectures on Lord Lanto. There is also a dictation part of it. I'm going to comment on those 2 lectures and also the dictation. And there's other teaching that I have put together for the master. So I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. So if nothing else, I can do the sealing now. It's almost 8:25
yes,
now,
sir,
my
please.
time.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. In the name of Almighty God, in the name of the I am that I am, in the name of the light of God that never fails, we ask you, beloved Lord Lanto, we ask you to take everyone who has attended your workshop and all those who are needing to attend your workshop about this week, all that they need to know to be taken to your retreat at Royal Teton Retreat in Wyoming in the United States tonight by Archangel Michael and Agents Light. So we may be tutored, we may be taught by you personally, by the meaning of the decrees, by all they need to know about the God wisdom, embodying the qualities of God's wisdom and God illumination and everything that we have learned today that we do. We can ask you a question and you can give us the answer from your heart. Archangel Michael, beloved Archangel Michael, protect everyone as you go to retreat tonight, protect their consciousness of everyone 24 hours a day. from any outside energies, anything which is not of the light. Guard them, protect them, and send this light, Archangel Michael, to all over India, all over the world, to all those who are needing, waiting for this light to come. In the name of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, in the name of Lord God, it never fails. It is done. It is finished. It is sealed. It is done. It is finished. It is sealed. It is done. It is finished. It is sealed. In the name of Sanat Kumara, Om. Amen. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. I shall see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.